Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about what is toxic in Dead by Daylight. But first, let's go ahead and go over all of the things that are not toxic in Dead by Daylight. Camping is not toxic. Tunneling is not toxic. Slugging is not toxic. Teabagging is not toxic. Flashlight clicking is not toxic. Rushing gens is not toxic. No-ed is not toxic. Exhaustion perks are not toxic. Overpowered add-ons are not toxic. Smacking on the hook is not toxic. Decisive strike is not toxic. Keys are not toxic. All of these things that are in the game are not toxic and should not be considered toxic. Unfortunately, so many people in this community are conditioned to believe that all of these things are indeed toxic. When I first started playing this game, I was right in there with all of you thinking that all of these things are toxic. But once you just open your eyes and realize that it's a video game and nothing about it is real, it's not real life, none of the things that are happening to you in the game are happening to you in real life. If any of these things were actually toxic, then the developers of the game would not allow them, or they would push to, get rid of these things and not have them in their game. They actually have an entire forum post that explains exactly the opposite, that all of these in-game playstyles and actions are not bannable against any rules, therefore they are not toxic. So what is toxic in Dead by Daylight? Well, if anybody goes out of their way to harass, insult, or berate an individual, whether it's in endgame chat, PlayStation or Xbox DMs, on Twitter, or wherever, that would be considered toxic. At that point, you're taking what was a fictional game and all interactions, and you're bringing them to real life. And now you're insulting, harassing, potentially bullying an individual that you've never met over the internet. And it's pretty sad. Now, I think most of you know that I don't care about this as far as getting messages. I could care less. I think it's hilarious. You look at my videos, we think it's funny when people take video games too seriously. But there might be people out there who don't think it's funny. Maybe they're going through a rough time. Maybe some of your insults actually strike very true to them and strike a nerve and cause that person to feel very bad about themselves. And the fact that there's so many of you, actually probably the majority of you in this community, that hold all of these in-game actions to be more toxic than actually insulting somebody in real life or berating them or bullying them, the fact that you hold them to the same standard as an in-game action, or obviously you must think that those in-game actions are worse, right? You think that those are worse than you going out of your way to insult this person. The fact that you actually think that shows what a sad, troubled, insecure individual you truly are. There are a lot of you out there who need to hear this. The gen rushers, the teabaggers, the flashlight clickers, the campers, the tunnelers, the sluggers, they are not the problem. They're simply people playing a video game. You are the problem. The one insulting individuals, the one harassing individuals, the one bullying individuals, the one taking it from a video game to real life. You are the problem. And I just thought you should know that. So, thanks for watching.